President Trump is recommending the country reopen in phases. Phase 1, vulnerable individuals still shelter in place while allowing for a limited return to work with social distancing. Phase 2 would allow schools to reopen and non-essential travel to resume. And Phase 3 is being called the new normal, with vulnerable people still social distancing but a return to unrestricted staffing at work sites. But it is still up to each state's governor to call their own shots about when that should happen. Doctors say that through all phases, everyone should use good hygiene practices and have respect for spaces between individuals. That's because we still have an issue with asymptomatic spread, people that don't know that they're sick who then give it to others. And while gyms and hair salons and other service and retail stores are closed in Georgia, other businesses like vape shops remain open. It's an issue causing confusion in Georgia and around the country. CBS 46's Carolyn Ryan is in Atlanta with more on that.
Most people would assume that in the middle of a respiratory health pandemic, a vape shop wouldn't be considered essential. But this store on Cheshire Bridge Road has managed to keep its doors open, partly because it adopted new measures to comply with the governor's order. Just one example of how businesses are adapting to stay afloat.
You can order online, we can bring it to you sometimes.
Most business owners would like to think their product or service is indeed essential. Vape Right owner Lisa Gano is no different.
We believe that we give people another alternative. This is something that is much better than smoking cigarettes.
We saw cars coming and going all afternoon at the Atlanta vape shop, customers taking advantage of the store's new curbside pickup service.
In the beginning, we had reduced the number of people who we would allow in, had signage on the floor to make sure the 6 feet distance was enforced. But my staff felt more comfortable with curbside only, and so that's what we went to.
A move that appears to be in compliance with Governor Kemp's statewide shelter-in-place order, which says businesses that are not deemed critical are allowed to engage in, quote, minimum basic operation. Gano says curbside pickup meets that requirement. But federal, state, and local guidelines oftentimes can vary. In Athens-Clarke County, for example, vape shops are directly named as a non-essential business. As for Vape Right here in Atlanta, Gano says she's keeping a close eye on any new orders that come from the governor's office to guide her decisions. And another reason this particular store is likely to remain open is because in addition to selling vaping products, it also sells CBD products, and it just started manufacturing hand sanitizer, giving the store a bit more leeway to stay open under the governor's order. In Atlanta, Carolyn Ryan, CBS 46 News.